This video is sponsored by Motosups. Motosups is a premium motocross supplement company that provides you with all the things a motocross athlete would need to level up their riding and training. From hemp coffee to German chocolate protein powder to their superior sleep gummies, they have it all. Head to motosups.co and use code TMN20 for 20% off your first order. Support the brands that support the sport. The long-awaited return of Jason Lawrence seemed far-fetched just a couple of months ago, but about 2 weeks ago, his return was in full effect, securing a deal with Phoenix Honda, training at Club MX with the team, and confirming his plans to race the AMA Arenacross Series in 2024 alongside defending champion Kyle Peters. Well, this whole plan burned down in a jiffy. About a week into training, Lawrence suddenly disappeared from Club MX and stopped posting on social media. Along with that, rumors that he and Phoenix Honda got into an argument began swirling. Videographer Matt Burkeen then got some insider info at Club, confirming that J-Law and Phoenix split up. If you haven't seen that video, I did a little video on it, so go check that out for extra context on this story. Well, it's now been over a week since this news broke, and we hadn't heard any confirmations from the team side or Lawrence's side until this past weekend. Lawrence finally gave an update confirming the separation and gave his side of the story in a short clip. He also gave a lengthy text message full of information to Johnny Hopper, telling the full story on his side. We'll look at that in a bit. Let's first hear Jason Lawrence's side of this separation and his plans for the future.
What's up, dudes? I'm back with an update. I am no longer riding for Phoenix Honda. I got clipped from that team. So with that means that I don't ride at Club MX any longer, and I'm not racing the AMA Arenacross series. I don't really have much that I want to say about what happened to get to this point, but Johnny Hopper might tell you. The thing I'm most bummed about is not being local to Club MX and riding there. That place is so heavy that I hadn't even done all the jumps yet. Dude, I loved it. What I take away from that place is that the sky's the limit there. I was getting better faster than I wanted, or at least than I expected. It's pretty hard not to at that place. I think like the Baker's factory could probably burn down and those dudes could go camp at Club and they wouldn't miss a beat. I think the Arenacross series is badass. You know, not to take anything away from that, I'm no less stoked on it today than I was a month ago. But a huge part of racing Arenacross was the fact that I was riding for Phoenix. And I was riding for them for free, looking to make the money from the Arenacross payout. It's much less appealing to be in my own pocket to get myself to Idaho on December 1st. So maybe you would say put a team together with a couple sponsors to pay for it. Good idea, but I've been down that road and it really didn't work out for me. If you know, you know. And then finally about Phoenix Honda, I'm making a point to make the main things that I take away from this situation just be gratitude and appreciation. Because it's kind of easy right now, and I don't want to forget that the thing that has me back hyped on riding was when Phoenix offered to let me race the GNCC at Ironman, one of my best all-time dirt bike riding memories. Plus, they're the ones who presented the idea of Arenacross in the first place, so whatever fun I had with that plan to ride Arenacross, I owe that to them in a sense. I got to ride that badass bike at a badass track for a week, and for that I'm grateful, so I appreciate you.
So he didn't really go in depth on the drama that caused the separation, but he did confirm his departure and the cancellation of plans to race the AMA Arenacross Series in 2024. Let's now look at the text he sent my buddy Johnny Hopper, where he goes a little more in depth on the situation. Lawrence says, quote, "Hey, so it's only fair that I clear this up with you because it's going to be confusing to your people how you posted that the rumors were false about me getting clipped off Phoenix. These rumors are actually facts. At the time I talked to you, I was on my way back up to North Carolina under the impression I was all good to go. Scott, my manager, spoke to the owner and he told me to get back up there right away, that everything was good. So I drove back up there. When I was a few hours away, I texted Heath, the team manager, and told him I would be there until Wednesday riding at 421 MX at the Arenacross track that I got built and wanted to make plans to get the bike. He told me he was at Minios, but I can get the bike whenever. I went to my buddy's house where I was planning on staying, and about the same time I got there, he texted me back and said that, nah, I can't go get the bike and they don't have support for me. I stayed up there for a couple days trying to see if it could be hashed out between them and my manager because I was making no progress with Heath myself since I left. I rode for like 2 days on my buddy's bike and then came home for Thanksgiving yesterday. When I was at the track riding on Sunday, I was telling some people about how, in my opinion, they were doing me pretty dirty. One of the people who I was telling that to shared my opinion on this being he said to come by his shop the following day and talk about what he could do to help me. Scott tried again on Monday to talk to Heath, but the dude's racing a Gatorback and really just is not entertaining the idea at all. He threatened to quit when the owner told him that he had authorized me coming back, so with no good news, I went to meet with Billy Wenk at HB Auto. We went in a conference room, and when I came out, my biggest concern in life was trying to figure out what kind of dirt bike I want to get. I'm not required to be doing the Arenacross series like I would have been with Phoenix, so I'm definitely not going to be traveling out to Boise, Idaho on my own dime. My new sponsor doesn't give a F about a series, but he's all about riding and racing. I'm planning on doing so much different kind of riding and racing this year that I will definitely look back on this as a good thing. Right now, I'm just trying to look at the Phoenix Honda situation as being a huge positive and just appreciate what they did for me. If they wouldn't have presented the opportunity to ride the GNCC and the opportunity to come up and try their bike at Club MX for a week, I'd still be a ghost. So I'm not trying to slam them dudes at all, but my personal opinion, this is extremely bad business. I know a lot of situations where people have been screwed over and burnt by teams, but it was always a financial type thing. This is the most effed up situation I know of that has nothing to do with money. They just really wanted to take my opportunity away. By they, I mean Heath. I'm going to probably make a little update video and put it on Instagram, but you're more than welcome to share this because I did lead you the wrong when I told you the rumors were false, although unintentionally. Okay, so basically in that long-winded text, we get the info that Jason Lawrence accidentally gave Johnny Hopper information that was false, so that was bad info, leading to Johnny Hopper's video that he did last week about this, which turned out to be false. Lawrence did indeed get cut off the team. The other information we got from this whole long-winded text was that Jason Lawrence doesn't even know why he got clipped off the team. They didn't really explain their whole situation, so it's still kind of up in the air as to how we got here in the first place. But we do know for sure J-Law and Phoenix Honda is done, and he's not racing Arenacross anymore, and now he's kind of restarting, maybe starting his own program, doing some races. He didn't explain which races he's going to be doing, but he did clearly say he wanted to do some other events, so we'll have to wait and see what happens there. It really sucks to see this. I hope J-Law takes this in stride and does some other things in the sport. The demand was clearly there for his return. Judging by the online explosion when he came back for GNCC, the fans want Jason Lawrence back in the public motocross eye. We'll have to wait and see what his plans are for the future, but for now, the Phoenix Honda chapter of his career is closed and new horizons await. What are your guys' thoughts on all this? Should J-Law have been kicked off the team? Will he maybe make a comeback by himself? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.